As far as tasting your wines, here we go. This makes it easy. I'm not going to open, I'm not going to try breaking up a cork. I will say one thing though. One of the things that I have really got to appreciate more and more of is having some kind of system for aerating your wines, especially your red wines. Your older red wines, your heavier red wines, pouring them off in some kind of carafe. There's all different size carafes and styles. Being able to pour it in here and get the air to open up that wine, it does make a difference in my opinion. The other nice thing about doing this is, as you're pouring it, you can actually see if you've got any sediment in the bottle or any pieces of cork or whatever. There's actually, I have little funnels that I put in here actually that have filters on them. And if I think there might be some sediment or a cork sort of crumbled a little bit, if I use that funnel in here with a filter and pour my wine in, that wine is pure, ready to go, nothing in it. So, story for another day. There's a lot of controversy. Some people say, why bother using a carafe? When I was in Europe, and I really had some really great wines served at some very fantastic places, they always poured in a carafe. They also always drank half a glass of wine to make sure it was okay before they gave it to me, so I don't know if that was good. Anyway, I think I want to try some of this. I actually want to have some of this evening. Easiest way to open up a bottle of wine, the twist off. Now again, this is a Marble 2010 Sauvignon Blanc. Pour a little taste. Now in this you really want to see something that's nice and clear, nice and crisp. This always, as soon as you open it up, as soon as it gets anywhere near your nose, you're smelling the fruit, you're smelling the melon. That's what I love about this Sauvignon Blanc. It's right there. As far as your swirling, now this is the way you do this. You pour off your wine, give it a nice little swirl. You can do it if you're sitting down at a table. Very easy to do it like this. You're not going to spill it, and you're not pouring that much so you're going to spill it. You really don't need that much to taste. You can swirl like this. You see people around if you're at events and things swirling. They're just swirling so that they can get all that aroma going on inside that glass. You can bring that glass, and it just fills your nose. I mean, just the nice melon and the nice fruit. I can smell like passion fruit in there. It just is delicious. It's very clear. And then you want to take your sip. Now you want to take a sip in your mouth, and you really want to let it sit in your mouth a little bit, move it around, and let your mid-palate taste the fruitiness of whatever wine you're drinking. That's what you want to do. So you take a taste. And right away, exactly what I want to get here is some acidity. Like it's a crisp acidity, like an apple acidity. And it's delicious. Now if you're drinking a red, it's the same thing. You're going to pour your red in, you're going to give it a little swirl, you're going to look, you might want to tilt it around. What I usually do, and it's just me, is if I can find a white piece of paper or a white something, I'll actually swirl it around. Then I'll hold it down and I'll look at it and just see around the edges if it fans out in color, if the color fades from the red around. You'll swirl around and see if what they call legs are coming down. With white, you're not going to see legs. But if you get some pretty heavy cabs or Syrahs or something with some good tannins or some zins, when you swirl, you'll actually see nice legs coming down. Something you really want to see. You know you've got a good heavily tanned, nice cab, which I also love. So that's something else you want to see. With reds, you really want to pick up the aroma of the fruit. You want to pick up the blueberries or the blackberries or the prune or whatever, and you can, the more you taste and the more you swirl and sniff and really think about it, close your eyes, think about what you're smelling, you'll learn to appreciate wine more. I have to have another sip of this because it is so good. It just brings an ah to my face.